Hi everyone and welcome back to the Warno monthly tournament from SD League for April. Today we are with Wero and Edwin in round 3. Wero playing on the right in blue as the 2nd Panzer Grenadiers with some forward deployment troops, and then over on the left in red we have Edwin playing as the 1st British Armoured. Again, does have a couple of forward deployment troops with those SAS units and also the Terrier and Milan Para. So plenty of FS Jaeger coming in here. Obviously, the majority of Wero's forces going up here. Getting way out in front. There's one sniper there for Edwin. A couple of units at the top. Nothing exciting. Javelin coming in down there. One command in for Edwin, which will be popping back down to this point. There is just one command in, I think, for Wero as well. He doesn't have a second one in up there. A little bit of skirmishing going on here. Wero is trying to push early. Rocket chopper managing to get some shots off on those Jaeger. Certainly looks like the Terriers might be getting a little bit overwhelmed here. Foxes unfortunately can't assist from there. Lots of reinforcements coming in now. Fliegerforst, interestingly. We'll deal with that chopper wherever it's gone. Oh, the Foxes are now in range to fire on that building. That is a great help. Paras might make it out alive. Or at least stop the horde coming in. Look at this. Immediately Wero calling in loads of reinforcements down there. Smattering of units obviously at the top there for Edwin. But it looks like Wero is planning to try and push in here quite hard. One Fox is down. HE bomber coming in here. Not sure what it's going for, but it's being hit by a tornado. F3 tornado gets the kill. Fox still managing to put down plenty of covering fire. I'm not sure what killed the other one. Fliegerforst here engaging on the Terrier's Paras. Terrier's Paras should win that fight. Command in at the bottom here. And Command also made it to the top for Wero. Wero with a slight advantage in points now. He does have a second commander in Wero. I was mistaken. It's just in a vehicle. A little infantry commander. Ihawk coming in down here. And a few Pioneer Flams. Fox in a nice position here, though, to cover any incoming units and provide fire support for those poor Terrier's Paras with the Carl Gustav. A little bit of skirmishing going on up here at the top. Fox once again providing good fire support, taking out those Jaeger. SAS patrol coming in as well. Fliegerforce will not survive that. I must admit there's a lot of blue dying here. It does look like Edwin is doing a really good job at just mopping up units. Chieftain Mark 9 in here taking fire at these buildings. Not really anything long range in terms of anti-tank available at the moment for Wero on the map. There is a Milan 2 up there, but nothing down at this end. A Milan 2 and a Leopard 2A3 coming in. Really good shout. The Milan 2 will probably be killed by that Fox. However, the Leo 2A3 should be able to provide some serious support against the Chieftain. Fox doing a really good job at harassing at the moment. Nice clearance up here. Still 2 Leo 1A5s there. Tracked Rapier coming in here. Challenger Mark II command tank coming in. Will pose a threat to those Leos. HE bomber coming in here. Going for... trying to go for that Fox. I think targeted too late. Yeah, the target was attempting to switch very late in the day. Fox is in a good position here just to pick stuff off. Couple of recon choppers coming in at the back there. Does look like Edwin's in a better position here. There's certainly a lot more red on the map. Another Challenger Mark II coming in now. I mean, he's spending the big bucks now. I mean, Challenger Mark II, 275. Challenger Mark II Command is 305. That's 2 expensive tanks brought in the top there. Nothing else being brought in at the bottom for a long time now. It's all about pushing the top for Edwin. Seems pretty comfortable. He can hold down here. That Leo 2A3 did make it through. The Fox did die, but it does look like the Fox did get the kill on that Milan that was coming in. Interesting positioning here on the Leo 203 coming in at the top. From that position, won't have good eyes on the Chieftain. Will have to move up. May have been better off. Would it have been better off coming in this way? Potentially, if it come in on this road and come into these trees here, then it would have had eyes on as it came along, but difficult to say for definite. Fox there, finally destroyed by a couple of looks. Slow build-up of forces here. Another Milan 2 coming in there. Some tracked rapiers. There's going to be plenty of air defense there in case there are any choppers or jets brought in. Reasonable line of defense here. Javelin's getting quite far forward, obviously, to deal with any choppers that are getting close. He's obviously seen these recon choppers flittering around. The problem is, if that's at the front, it's an easy target for the Leo. Javelin attempting to take out this unit. Does have a long reload time, unfortunately. There's another Javelin at the back there. Milan 2 there. Does scare off that Leopard straight away. One chopper down. Here's the push at the top from Edwin at the same time. Both those... Oh, well, one tank dead. One tank has been forced to retreat. Challenger doing its job. Jaeger Aufkel coming in down there and some resupply. One Fox has made it all the way around the back here. Being trailed by that recon chopper. There is a par 1 with the Hot 2 coming in to try and threaten it. I think Wero's in trouble here. He's got nothing else defending this command. He is bringing in some Jaeger Aufkel now. However, there's just an overwhelming force here. Even with that Milan 2 there. HE bomber coming in here. It's actually dropping on that building. Oh, annihilates both the squads in there, the Milan 2 and the infantry. There is literally a Leo 1A5 protecting that command infantry now. Obviously, Edwin doesn't know that, but if he pushed now, he would just completely overwhelm that point. I imagine we're going to see more reinforcements potentially being called in there for Wero right away. Chieftain gets a good kill on that squad of infantry coming in there, the Jaeger Aufkel. Up at the top, Jaeger Aufkel coming in here. The Leopard has been pulled right back. Rifles pushing up. The infantry slowly pushing up into this point now. Obviously trying to reveal the position of units for the tanks then to provide fire support as the Challenger is coming in the rear. Another Milan being called in there. Certainly, again, in terms of what's been killed so far, it's just a lot of blue. There's not been a huge amount of red lost. And that's kind of reflected on the map. There's just 2 big blobs of red and only 1 of blue. More reinforcements coming in here. Milan 2s, it might be a bit late for Milan 2s to defend this top area because he's going to be in the city, or in the town. Bombs going in there. Good kill. Really good kill. Gets a warrior Milan with the cluster, but the cluster does go down as well. Unfortunately, he doesn't get one of the challenges, which would have been a nicer target, I'm sure. Leo does manage to finish off one of those squads of infantry. Challenger pushing in now to get shots off on the Jaeger Aufkel. Needs to get in range of this Leo, really. I hear another jet coming in. HE bomber coming in, going for the infantry at the front there. Another Challenger coming in at the back. Bombs were dropped. Bombs missed, I think. It didn't get any hits on those Terrier's powers. And the jet is down. There's plenty of air defense back there. Those Milan 2s and the Panzer Grenadiers coming in now. 30 minutes left of this game. Certainly, it's not over yet. Here we go. Wero doing the only thing he can realistically do with such a huge force coming in at the top is push the bottom. Can he make it into the point? This will be perhaps a turning point for this game if he can make it through the defenses of Edwin down here. Now, bearing in mind, Edwin has not brought any units in down here for quite a while. He has brought in a Challenger Mark II at some point, which I've just spotted. But other than that, certainly seems like he's sort of ignored this point in favour of bringing stuff in at the top. And there's another Challenger Mark II. Warrior Milan with arm rifles coming in here. We'll start to take fire from those Milans. Down here, it does look like Edwin is holding. Leo is taking fire. Takes another hit, and a hit from the Challenger Mark II. Challenger Mark II might finish the job here. If a missile doesn't hit it in the meantime, it has managed to smoke. Challenger taking out the Lux. Challenger pushing up to try and finish the job. Really good play here from Edwin. He's managed to take this town by the looks of it at the top as well. Pioneer Commander is almost surrounded. Leo 2A3 coming in there, but he is going to be close range in the town with a lot of arm rifles. And although they only have the law, that will be a problem. And Edwin managed to defend reasonably effectively down here. Calling in more arm rifles in those warriors. Panzer Grenadiers annihilated there. There's just simply too many units here. Fliegerforce does get a sneaky kill on a chopper. There's a bomber in at the back here. Not sure what it's coming in for. Tornado is in. We'll be going for that bomber, I'm sure. Bomber's going to get caught out by it here. Returning fire. Engaging on each other. There's not much air defense at that point. And there's very little down here as well. Tornado should win this fight. Wow. Tornado is down. Javelin gets the kill. I cannot believe the Jaguar survived that. That is very, very unlucky on the Tornado. I mean, it was likely to go down to one of the air defense units, but I'm surprised it didn't get the kill on that jet. Loads of reinforcements being called in here now. Loads of Field Jäger, Panzer Grenadiers, and Panzer Grenadiers with a Carl Gustav in those Marders. He has a good chance of flooding with infantry here, which is a good shout. Could simply overwhelm the attacking force from Edwin. But Edwin does have the command in there and is ahead in points right now. Another bomber coming in there, but just flittering around the back. Doesn't actually have a target. Down here at the bottom, some arm rifles being moved up to the top here. Some just sat at the back waiting, but reasonably well defended here still. Not a lot to push with. It's all about whether Wero can push back in at the top here. And he certainly brought in enough infantry to do it. And even more on the way. More FS Jaeger. Bomber coming in here. What's it targeting? It's targeting the tank at the back, but the tank has moved. Probably would have got a kill if it had actually hit the tank there. Warrior taken out by the Leo 2A3. There's a Challenger there, but it is damaged. Another Challenger coming in. Plenty of supplies coming in there. But really well done to Wero here. He's managed to bring in enough infantry to overwhelm Edwin's forces. There's a good chance of taking this back. Although the Leo is there causing harassment, perhaps that bomber would have been better off hitting some of this infantry. So there is a lot of it all clustered together. I wonder if there's any more bombers available to Edwin for this. But he's done a fantastic job so far, taking that point and holding down here as well. But really good pushback from Wero here with all of this infantry. It's exactly what he needed to do. Another commander coming in as well. It is currently +4 to Edwin, though. He's got a nice advantage in points right now. Challenger pushing around the back. He has managed to kill the tank. He has managed to kill a Marder there. But simply look at this horde of infantry pushing across the point. And bear in mind that these are military police as well, the Feldjäger. So, you know, or the Feldjäger. They do have that advantage that they're giving bonuses to all the troops around them, allowing them to regen their cohesion a little bit faster. Good support fire from all these Challengers and a Chieftain at the back there, though, coming in on these infantry. There are more infantry coming in as well in those Warriors. Gazelle Rocket coming in as well. There isn't actually any air defense here at the moment. The air defense that was in this building are dead. Oh, Hot 2 missiles going to be coming in against that Challenger. As the Challenger realised, I think it's smoking. No, it's firing. Takes a hit from the Hot 2. Still retreating. Good shout on the Hot 2 there. Command back in here. Back to +2 for Edwin. Panzer Grenadier charging down that Challenger. Tornado coming in there, going for the chopper at the back. Did a strafing run on the ground, actually. It is targeting the chopper, though. Tornado IDS cluster coming in. We'll be going for a tank, I'm sure. Oh. I think it took a hit from the Tornado anti-air and has had to evac. Tracked Rapier gets a shot off and finishes the job. 2 Tracked Rapiers back there on top of each other. Well, one of them certainly got the kill. What's happening at the bottom? Absolutely nothing really at the moment. There is another Leo 2A3 coming in there. He did manage to keep the other one alive and repair it. Look at this. Really well done to Wero, pushing back into this point. Still +2 to Edwin now. And his reinforcements are arriving now. Gun groups, arm rifles. That chopper with a hot 2, though, still causing issues for these tanks. And another 2 of them in up here as well. Really putting the pressure on these tanks now. Javelin all the way back there. Rapier does manage to get one there. Has 1 missile left. These ones are now moving up to try and get in range of this. They're almost there. They just can't see it because of the trees. Oh, that's a very nice hit from the Tracked Rapier there. It is now out of missiles, but gets another kill. Command back in here. Back to +2 for Edwin. Edwin doing a really good job this game of just keeping a command in that point now. And realistically, that's all he needs to do to keep those points ticking up, is just keep doing damage. Wero's pushback was really good, but he's not managed to dislodge Edwin completely from the point. Just only 23 minutes left of this game. Still every chance, I think, of Wero possibly pushing this back. He's still managing to get units in at the bottom from time to time. There's a good defense there. 2 Challenger Mark IIs down here now for Edwin, though. He is pushing out. He's going after the Leopard. Just doing a minor bit of damage to the front armor there. Does have 90 in front armor. The guns here do have 90 in penetration. They are firing at max range, though. A couple of Fleet Force coming in here, as there has been a little bit of harassment from choppers, I guess. And another Leo 2A3 coming in there. But once again, it does look like Edwin is managing to clear up the infantry in here. This is going to be a difficult pushback for Wero, I think. Bringing in a bunch of tanks now. There's the surrender. Commiserations, Wero. Really well played and really good pushback into that point. Just couldn't manage to get pushed through the other side. And obviously, significant difference in kills to losses there. Edwin was just keeping ahead in the kills and did a really good job at clearing up at the start. But really good game. Let's have a look at the kills and losses. See, unfortunately, nothing really stand out there for Wero. But over on the other side, Fox getting loads of kills. Challenges Chieftain. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, the MVP there is that Fox. It got so many kills. But that Terrier's Powers did a really good job as well. I think that was the one at the start in that building that had the Fleet of Force around it and the other infantry. And I think it was assisted by those Foxes and getting some kills. But that one just certainly did the best. Managed to kill an Eyehawk as well. Not sure where that one was positioned. Possibly the one that got round the back. But well played to both of you and well done to the Fox. Let's head straight into game number 2. Welcome back to game number 2 with Wero and Edwin. Edwin won that first game. Can Wero win this one to make it a draw, or will Edwin take both games? Edwin will be pleased. He was saying to me that he doesn't have many wins on YouTube, so he's finally got one that's definitely a win. So this time Edwin on the left in blue as the 3rd Armoured, and over on the right in red we have Wero playing as the 7th Panzer Division. This map is obviously an old favourite. Not always considered the most balanced. It's a race to get into Alpha and cap this town, really. Both players rushing in there with various recon units, but Edwin, possibly a little bit of an advantage here to have 2 Apaches in and an F-15C Eagle covering them at the back. And the Apaches obviously causing some serious damage to those infantry coming in there. At the back here we do have a command at the top and the bottom for Wero. Early capping of points. No commands in yet. 1 coming in for Edwin now at the bottom. But we will get some early caps for Wero to get some good point advantage there. Already +6 for having the 2 back points, and about to be +8 for having this one in the middle as well. Not pushing up to Alpha yet. Obviously is not secure. Currently it is in the possession of Edwin. Up at the top we see not many units for either player, to be honest there. Edwin has his sniper and a pivots coming in, and the M105 at the back there. Just some special Alpha Clara here for Wero and the T55A. A couple of T72s coming in though at the top, and some more anti-air at the bottom. A couple of Strelas being called in there as well to try and deal with these Apaches. Obviously, relying on aircraft is going to be difficult against an F-15C. So there's going to be a lot of reliance on ground anti-air here. Charging in with some BMP-1s there. They are taking a lot of fire from that Apache rocket, though. It's doing a lot of damage to them all clustered together. Getting at least 1 kill already, but this has paid off already for Wero. He's managed to get all those infantry into a building, and the Apache's busy focusing on the BMPs rather than the infantry. That's really good for Wero, because right now it's going to be the infantry that make all the difference in these buildings. LRS taking fire from a couple of T-72s at the back here. Strela coming in at the top. So having a look at what reinforcements that CV is going up to the top there for Edwin. Another CV command tank coming in at the bottom here. Those Apache rockets coming around this side to try and get some shots on these infantry by the looks. Managing to fire its main gun as well. See how much damage it does to infantry and buildings. Absolutely annihilated them, but seemingly also managed to annihilate his own troops. Is that even a thing? Do your Apache rockets damage your own forces? I actually have no idea. I've never really thought about it before. I just assumed they kind of only damage the enemy, but maybe they damage your forces as well. Strela manages to get a kill on one of those Apaches. Command is racing around the back there. +4 currently to Wero. He's getting another nice advantage in those points really early on. A couple of Strelas coming in there. Will be going for that Apache around the back. Just one Bradley in here and a fire team against all these infantry. And the Strelas are now in range of that Apache. Surely it's going to go down. It's taking so much fire from machine guns down here and the Strelas at the back. I think it's out of that. I think it's actually going to survive. A couple of Cubs at the back here, ready and waiting for that F-15C to come back in. The scout coming in, another M1A1. M1A1 coming in at the top as well. Right now, certainly, advantage to Wero in the top point as well. He's got those 2 T-72s up there, but the fighting and the concentration is all down here at the bottom. T-72s clearing up here. Abrams command tank coming in at the back there. Surely it has been seen, though. Yeah, it's been seen because it's taking shots at stuff. Scout chopper coming in there. Strelas will surely be getting shots at it. Yeah, I was going to say, 1 hit, 1 kill from those guys. Motsuchin coming in, the BMP-1s, another T-55 coming in there. And Wero is pushing at the top there. Special Alpha Clara are moving in. They will be in range potentially to cause damage to that CV as it comes in. Obviously, there are a couple of tanks there as well. The M150 does have the tow launcher to harass them, but Special Alpha Clara, very, very close here, can easily get a kill on this CV, depending on where it goes. I think it might be missing it here. Command tank hiding all the way at the back there now. T-72 is getting shots off on that M1A1. M1A1 obviously outclasses the T-72s though. They do get another couple of shots off though, seriously damaging the M1A1. It's having to smoke. These units coming in here, taking fire from ITOs. Thunderbolt AT coming in. What is it going for? It's going for the T-55. That could be costly. SU-22 cluster coming in. Doing a dive bomb at the back here. Good strike, gets a kill on the command and kills the Chaparral as well. And gets out alive. Where was the F-15? I don't know if the F-15's already dead or if Edwin just didn't spot that coming in. But Thunderbolt is down. Bomber gets out intact. at the top here. Wero in control of that point. Did manage to get the kill on that command. I'm not sure what got the kill, but something certainly did. Possibly those tanks got the kill through the trees. Special Avclara sat up there now. Tanks getting some shots off at the M150. Should get the kill on it. Missing a lot, unfortunately. Abrams will come in and cause issues. Wow. They are continuously missing that M150. Switching targets to the Abrams. Oh, wow, I think they got a side shot on it. They do manage to kill the 150. Abrams took serious damage from what I think was a side shot there. Wero cleaning up down at the bottom here as well. Has a serious amount of forces in here right now. Certainly, this is the previous game on the other foot, in that Wero simply has a lot more on the field. Has managed to kill a lot of Edwin's units. It's going to be a difficult one, I think, for Edwin to pull back here. I think it's going to be very difficult to get in the bottom. He is calling more in at the top, which is the more likely point he's going to get in. But Wero, playing reasonably aggressively up here, has managed to kill all the forces from Edwin there, and is now pushing on that very badly damaged Abrams. One of his T-72s quite badly damaged as well, though. Wero, +4, has hit the 1,000-point mark and counting. Another really good game here from these two. Wero being really aggressive early on. It has paid off. The mad dash into this point with those infantry in the BMP-1s really, really worked out. That Apache is still alive on 1 pip of health back there. As it stands right now, map control goes to Wero. He is bringing in another T-72 or 2 at the top there. Another couple at the bottom as well. He doesn't have much infantry at the top, but he can probably hold that, mainly utilising long-range support from the T-72s at the moment. Another Apache being called in at the top there. Recon chopper coming in the middle for Wero. I mean, as it stands, all Wero has to do is hold. He doesn't necessarily need to push any of the back points from here. He could just wait. Supply being pulled back to try and repair that Abrams. This supply here is empty. Unfortunately, that Apache is still very badly damaged. I've just noticed there's a Fireteam AT4 squad sat all the way down there. F-15C Eagle coming in. I can only assume it's going for the MI2 up there. Should avoid most of the ground AA because mainly it's over here with the Cubs. Another 2 T-72s coming in, one on the top, one on the bottom. Strela getting some good shots on the Apache, does get the kill. T-72s being pushed around the bottom here. Getting some shots off on those snipers. Sniper not looking so hot. Abrams command tank coming in. Forces those T-72s to reverse. Strela being pulled back as well. The T-72s are arriving now, though. That Eagle's still just flying around at the top there. A little bit of skirmishing here from some military police and the Motsuchin. T-72's coming in there. Heading into this area. Special Avclara taking a lot of fire now from those Bradleys. T-72's managing to provide some fire support though. These ones up here moving in to try and get in position to fire at those Bradleys by the looks. He has lost his recon though. That'll cause issues now that the recon's dead. He can't see what's coming. He will retreat. Cubs finally get a couple of shots off at the Eagle as it gets too close to this side of the map. It's actually very low on fuel as well. Cubs will get some more shots off here. Eagle takes serious hits there. Very lucky to have survived. Bottom point firmly in the control of Wero. Still +4. It's about to go to +2 as Edwin will take this point at the bottom corner and manage to neutralize it, at least temporarily. +2. 28 minutes left of this game. This could be a really good pushback by Edwin here if he can manage to take control. He's got the Bradleys, which do have the TOW-2 missiles, pose a serious threat to those T-72s. He's also got a couple of Abrams in here. This one is fully repaired. This one still needs a little bit of fixing. They're very close, those Bradleys, to the T-72s, though. T-72s managed to get off a good hit. TO-55 flame tanks. Cluster bomber coming in here. Thunderbolt anti-tank coming in as well. Cub managing to get shots off at the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt does do some damage. Manages to kill the command. Thunderbolt is down though. Cluster bomber here. I don't think it did drop its payload. I'm not sure on what. I think. Did it kill the Abrams down here? I think it did, maybe kill an Abrams in here. Yeah, that's it. That looks like a dead Abrams. Bradley's in a much better position now. Got the range on those tanks with those missiles. T-72's in here though. Some units, I think, moved up from the bottom perhaps towards the top there. Infantry. And a T-72 being called up from the bottom as well. I expect we're going to see another command called in for that top point any time now. Another Thunderbolt coming in, going for the T-72. But the Abrams managed to get the kill on it. This one is going... Switch targets. Good eyes on here for the Thunderbolts. Cubs are firing and missing. They are now out of ammo. 23 coming in for the Thunderbolt. Gets plenty of hits off, using the main gun as well. Gets the kill. Very nice. Eagle comes in for the MiG-23 though. MiG-23 taking fire from Pivads. Eagle should finish it off surely. Yes, it does. Cubs currently absolutely useless with no supply. Allowing the Eagle to just fly around. Is taking fire from those Strellas though. Edwin pushing this point a little bit now, using those 3 Abrams. Certainly poses a serious threat to all of these infantry. They managed to kill most of the T-72s. No command being called in there at the moment for Wero. Focusing on more infantry by the looks of it. Bringing in some Conkers. 2 cluster bombers coming in. This could be the end of all of those Abrams at the top. This could be very nice if he can keep eyes on. They are reversing. Beautiful strikes. Absolutely beautiful by Wero there. Doesn't have his own command to take that point back, but has certainly done the damage he needed to do. 1 Abrams remains though. But these Conkers should certainly pose a serious threat to all of the remaining vehicles in that area. Wero won't be giving up this point. The question is, can he maintain control of this point at the top? Abrams currently has free reign to just do as much damage as it needs to. Special Alpha Clara manages to finish the job with Dragunov. Look at this tank though. That's risky. It's getting very close to the forest. 18 pen, a side shot or a rear shot from those guys will kill that tank probably. Miss. RPG 18 as well, only 13 pen. Bradley moving around the back here will put that Strela under threat. Firing at the BMP-1s, but the Conkers returning fire. Oh no. Conkers being moved into buildings. Now returning fire. Surely one of them will hit. There we go. Good hit. Strela taking fire from that Bradley. Apache rocket coming in. Estrella is dead. Apache rocket has free reign. A couple of T-72s being brought up from the bottom. More infantry being brought in. Another command being called in. Still no more commands being called in for Wero. Cluster coming in for that other tank. But another M1 has arrived. But this could be a nice strike. He should at least get one tank here, I think. It's gone through the buildings, but it is dead. Cluster taking damage. Bradley that was at the back is dead. This Apache low on ammo, but is a problem. Supply arriving for these Cubs now. Conker's being pushed up. MiG-23 coming in. Doing some serious damage to that Apache. Can the machine gunners finish it off? Tank's trying very hard there, but it remains with just 1 pip of health. Abrams getting some good shots off there. As we know, outmatches the T-72s. T-72 takes damage. Now the standard T-72, I believe, no longer has smoke. It was never supposed to, so it's been removed. If you zoom in on it, it has no smoke launchers on the new model. That makes it extra risky to engage these bigger tanks. Conker's going after this Bradley. Might get a good hit here. No. Bradley has retreated. Wero making a push across the point here. That tank's going to make a mess of all of these infantry and the vehicles, though. I do hear a bomber coming in. Cluster bomber coming in there. Does some damage to that tank, but doesn't get a kill. The spread of dust is very misleading. Conker's struggling to get hits here. More T-72s arriving. T-72 command tank finally called in to take that point back. Good progress here from Wero. With that retreating Abrams, it just means that he's able to move across the infantry freely. Nice. Abrams is destroyed, I think, by a side shot from one of the Bradleys. Sorry, the BMPs, not the Bradleys. My bad. Got Bradleys on the brain now. There's still a Bradley back here. Command is being retreated by Edwin. Just over 20 minutes left of this game, and at the moment it's looking like Wero's game. Edwin did a marvellous job pushing back into Delta mid-game there, just as Wero did in the previous one. But once again, Wero has managed to push in and push Edwin out, just like Edwin did to Wero in the last game. Bit of back and forth between these two very good games. They've both played really well, and I think they deserved the draw here. They've both done an exceptional job. Very impressed by both of them managing to do a pushback in each of their games that they've lost here. Cluster bomber coming in once again for that tank. Good strike, gets the kill. Eagle gets the kill. 2 Eagles in there. 1 Eagle down. Those Cubs are rearmed. Second Eagle dodging at the moment. Does it dodge both of these? Yes, it does. Cubs rearming. There's a Thunderbolt in. Can they see the Thunderbolt? They can. Targeting. Fire. Oh, they're reloading. They are reloading. But there is a MiG-23 in for the Thunderbolt. Gets a good hit. Surely the Thunderbolt is dead. Yes, it is. It is down. Surely this is game now. There are a group of infantry down here but I just can't see that being enough to dislodge the amount of tanks that are here across open ground. It's not looking good for Edwin at the top either, and there's the surrender. Commiserations, Edwin, but really well played to both of you. Obviously, a bit of a difference in kills to losses once again there. Wero just pulling it out of the bag. Very aggressive play. Apache's got a lot of kills in that game. Ito was doing really well. I mean, they're Apache, so they're going to get lots of kills, but you know what? I'm going to give the Ito MVP there because he did a really good job. Nothing really too stand out at the top there. So yeah, Ito. I'm giving it MVP to Ito because it did a really good job. Got plenty of kills there. Two very fun game, guys. Thanks very much for joining me, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.